Hello, my name is Marlise Bollinger, and the finish I selected is antimicrobial, also known as antibacterial, germicidal, or antiseptic finish. The antimicrobial finish is, and I quote, proprietary topical chemical that inhibits the growth of pathogens or by using yarns that are designed to provide inherent microscopic antimicrobial functionality. That is a quote from the Guide to Antimicrobial Fabric and Textiles. In this image right here, we see an example of how an antimicrobial fabric can work. Here we see that it can be impregnated with antimicrobial compounds. This fabric right here is the example. These are the compounds it has. You can have an active chemical compound, which is typically more of a finish on top, that when the bacteria, fungal, or viral come in contact with it, it can hurt or kill it or prohibit from growing. The way it would inhibit from growing is instead of killing the actual virus, fungus, or bacteria, it would get rid of all the things that feeds off of and thus killing it. You also have nanoparticles, and then that way when something comes in contact, it helps protect and keep it safe. Here we have examples of how it's done. This is an example of using specialty yarns where the yarn itself is coated or created in an antimicrobial fashion. These are some examples of companies that do antimicrobial fabric and finishes. The properties. I found it interesting that antimicrobial textiles can actually kill or inhibit the growth of microorganisms. This is especially helpful for daily wear items such as shirts and pants. Antimicrobial fabrics can help prevent body odor. Some are designed to prevent damage from sweat or perspiration. As mentioned, this is important for the day-to-day wear as it helps to keep our clothes fresh and clean longer, and especially if you're in hot or humid areas. The antimicrobial fabric can also help control disease spread since the fabric itself can actively kill or inhibit disease growth. This is especially helpful in hospital settings with the scrubs and other fabrics used there to help prevent cross-contamination between patients. And then further growing off of that, another interesting point I learned during research was that antimicrobial fabric can also help reduce infection after injury. It makes sense since the antimicrobial benefits prevent spread and infection. This helps, so for example, if you were to cut your leg and you got a cut and your pants, which typically would be full of bacteria, fungus, or viruses, would have been protected, and then those wouldn't get passed to your new injury. And it is important to note, and when you're looking for antimicrobial, to check for the finish. Some of them are durable and will last longer but degrade over time, and some are just temporary with after being washed, you lose its benefits. These are my examples. Some great examples are used for air filters, food packaging, which you can see over here, the healthcare with the sheets, the beds, the healthcare scrubs and tops, with personal hygiene things, which like sportswear, clothing, medical, mentioned the hospital scrubs, sorry, the sheets for normal house items. Sportswear is a big one because of the perspiration and sweat. Storage for food or other things that you want to keep protected against damaging microorganisms, ventilation with the filters and other things, and water purification systems. Here's some trade names for antimicrobial fabrics. We've got BioCoat, Agion Antimicrobial, BioFresh, Amicor, Trivia, Bioactive, Terratol Santiware, Bactibril, LiveFresh, and Arstat. These are my citations. I've got 2 pages of them. And thank you so much for watching my presentation.